Hello there. Hi, everyone. It's Natalie Stafford. I am joining you live in my dining room for Noon with Natalie. This is something fun that I've been doing for a few weeks. I missed a couple weeks, but thank you guys for hanging with me and um, tuning in with me. I am so glad that you're here. Sometimes I'm like standing and demonstrating recipes or Pampered Chef products or just any topic. Today, obviously, I'm just chilling at my table. The table behind where everything is set up is cluttered. I have this what do we call it? Mid-project regret syndrome, MPRS. If you ever follow Busy Toddler on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. But all of that being said, the topic today is about budget-friendly meals, snacks, and ideas. I'm making it very general, and I'm going to explain why. But here's the thing. If you want to help decide what I'm going to be talking about each Thursday, make sure that you are in my In the Heart of the Home quick tips and recipe ideas group. It's a wonderful community group. I see I've got a couple people joining in from there. Angela and Candace, special shout out to you. And while I'm thinking of it, top of mind, Candace's birthday is in just a few days, September 2nd. So let's give her a little special shout out for having a birthday. I love celebrating birthdays, but sometimes I forget them. I'll just be honest. So while it's top of mind, I see her name. So happy to wish you an early happy birthday. Post it in the comments if you're catching this. Wish Candace a happy birthday with me. Hi, Joyce. So glad that you're watching. Yes, if you are tuning in, if it's live or even after the fact, post in the comments. Would love to hear from you. Yay, Candace. Tell us what you are planning to do for your birthday. That would be really fun. And if you, in general, anyone, what's your favorite thing to do for your birthday? That's a fun little get to know you question. I think mine is like, I think every birthday has to have a cake. So if there's no cake involved, like it's not a real birthday. Just kidding, it is, but I love having birthday cake. Okay, anyways, all of that being said, today we're talking about budget-friendly meal ideas. That reminds me why I brought that up. If you are in my community group, you get to decide what the content is for these. I offer up a poll at the beginning of each week, and I share a few topic ideas. Maybe it's a specific Pampered Chef product or a type of product like gadgets or things like that, and then give a few options, and you get to pick what I talk about. So the votes have been tallied, and today's obviously about budget friendly ideas. So while I'm here with you at my dining room table today, what I'm going to be sharing with you first, I don't know what order this is all going to go in, but I have a giveaway to do from the last few weeks. We have had a wonderful, I don't know what you want to call it. We've welcomed a lot of new people to my community group, into our community group, and part of that was a giveaway drawing, and so I'm going to be announcing the winner of that, who'll be winning this Brilliance nonstick half sheet pan with rack. Let me get my water bottle out of the way. This is one of the brand new items. You saw me in my stories a few days ago. It's really, really awesome. My boys played on it the other day with shaving cream, not this specific one, but it cleans up so nicely. It's got the Brilliance coating on it. If you are familiar with the Brilliance nonstick cookware, cleans so easy. So the bakeware is a dream, and I cannot wait to announce who wins that. So stick around for that. Candace says, our go-to is food, fun, and family. Just gather and have a good time. Yeah, I love that. That's so cool. Thanks for sharing, Candace. So I'm going to be announcing the winner of that giveaway. I'm going to be sharing a few budget-friendly meal ideas, and then I have a special offer, special giveaway for you if you're interested, related to budget-friendly meals. And oddly enough, it's not Pampered Chef related at all. So special treat for you. The first thing that I'm going to share is that my favorite budget-saving meal idea is using this multi-cooker. I don't know which way to point. See it back here. This is Pampered Chef's Deluxe Multi-Cooker. This, and it's over here if you're looking on that camera. It is such a wonderful tool. It's a crock pot, an instant pot, and the sous vide cooker, which I've shared about before, but really is helpful for making budget-friendly meals. My favorite is, I don't have the numbers for you, so I can't tell you how cost-effective it is, other than just the fact that I've done it and I love this. But you can get from Costco, boneless, skinless pork chops. They come in, huge pack. Usually there's maybe like 12 or 15 pork chops in there, and they're always really thick. So what I do is I cut them in half and then lay them out, usually 4 pieces on each cutting board, and then I season the front and back of both sides with different seasonings. So by the end of it, I've got usually about 4 pork chop meals ready to go, different seasonings. I love using Pampered Chef seasonings for that. I'll use, garlic and herb. The Asian seasoning is really good. Just salt and pepper sometimes can be enough. Lemon, garlic. There's so many fun ideas and so many fun flavors that Pampered Chef has. So that's what I do is I get all of my pork chops out, season them front and back, put them in Ziplocs, label the Ziploc so I know what flavor they are, and then I use the Deluxe Multi-Cooker behind me to sous vide cook that. Now I shared how to do that a few weeks ago, so if you're curious for what that might look like for you, go back and watch that video. I share really easy how to do it. The sous vide method is so great because you're not overcooking or undercooking. You're cooking the food to the temperature of the water around it. It's water bath cooking, and so that really helps with the pork. Comes out tasting great. Give it a little sear on each side just for texture and flavor, and you have 4 really hearty proteins of your meal ready to go. You could do the same thing with chicken and cook chicken in the sous vide. And then in addition to that, the Deluxe Multi-Cooker is just so great because it's got your traditional slow cooker, pressure cooker, and obviously those are both great for large batch cooking, which is my first pro tip for you when it comes to budget-friendly meal ideas. Now here's the thing, like I could give you a bajillion budget-friendly recipes, budget-friendly ideas, but really what ends up happening is you find what works for you and you make that work for yourself. So that's kind of my encouragement. A lot of these ideas come from customers and hosts, just like you guys watching. I get chatting with you in the messages, and I have one cookbook that I give out, and it's budget-friendly meal ideas. And usually I'll ask, like, what's your pro tip when it comes to, cooking on a budget? And that's number 1 is always large batch cooking. The second one is to plan ahead. It does take a little bit more planning, but here's what I do. I'm looking at my calendar over there. I've got my weekly planner. This is how I keep my life organized. And every week I block out about an hour worth of time. And what I do within that hour, first half of it is I plan my family schedule. And the second half of it is that I plan my menu. I'm looking at what's going on during the week. Do we have an evening event? Is someone coming over? Are we hosting? And what would I need to plan meal-wise within that? Now, if you're looking specifically for budget-friendly ideas within that, look for recipes where you can use the same ingredients in several different recipes. So one idea for that is to make 2 different batches of lasagna. Maybe one has, ground beef, like a traditional lasagna, at least traditional to me. I don't know what is in your traditional lasagna. But maybe the one has like a meat for protein and the other one is like a veggie lasagna. So these new pans from Pampered Chef are really great to do this in. These are the long loaf pans. They're stackable. There's a set of 2. These are the lids, which are really cool, but they come with lids. And then they're longer than your regular loaf pan. So you can make, a large batch within these. With the lasagna, you buy all the sauce you need, all of the cottage cheese, ricotta, whatever you're going to put in it, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella, and the lasagna noodles. And you can make them, two different kinds in two different pans, and, make one that evening and save one for another time, or freeze it, give it to someone else if they need a quick meal. So there's an idea for you there. But it does come back to planning ahead. I love the phrase, plan to fail. A fail to plan is planning to fail. So same thing applies when it comes to crafting a menu, a budget-friendly menu for yourself. Okay, so those are some of my ideas. Another great resource that I have heard recommended a lot is the Passionate Penny Pincher. She has a platform on Instagram, I know, and has a lot of resources around planning and meal prep, scheduling, those kind of things. So I highly recommend checking that out, as well as large batch recipes. I've seen those. They look great. So I am going to be announcing the winner of the sheet pan with the rack. I'm so excited about this. You're going to love it. Now I did the drawing a little earlier, so let me see. Okay, so this was from a couple weeks ago, and the challenge was you had to, there are a few things. You had to message me the secret code word, and you had to invite some people to join the group and introduce yourself within the group. The winner is Sarah Johnson. Yay, Sarah, I'm so excited that you won. I'm going to be getting this to you. All yours, brand new. This is not the one that I've opened. You're going to love it. And for today's giveaway, what I'm going to be giving away is a downloadable PDF e-cookbook. Now, this is not from Pampered Chef. This is one, it's called Good and Cheap. It's by Leanne Brown. And I came across this cookbook, this PDF. It has, like 70 pages full of recipes, from breakfast ideas to what to keep in your pantry if you're working with a budget, to handhelds, sides, appetizers, main dishes, bulk dishes, desserts, anything like that. And it also is fairly healthy too, because when you're shopping on a budget, you tend to get more than likely fresh ingredients, because you don't want to just buy cheap things that don't fill you up. So on a budget, you really want to focus on things that are less expensive but really fill you up. And that's what this cookbook does. It's designed to eat on $4 a day. So if you want that cookbook, send me a message with the code word. I was going to do cookbook, but I do that a lot. Send me a message with the code word budget, and I will get that sent to you. Again, that is just a gift for joining in my live video and being part of my community. Again, make sure that you are in the Facebook community if you're not already in there. I'm so glad that you are if you have joined me from there. And look out for next week because I'll be doing this poll again to see what the topic will be. And if you have any content ideas, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you want to hear within those groups during this Noon with Natalie time. And the last thing I'm going to share about is, budget friendly meal ideas, shopping on a budget, planning a menu around a budget. We're all there. Like, the pinch on the budgets is real, and I feel like everyone is affected one way or another. Hi, Brenda. Thanks for joining live. And what I want to say about that is, I don't know if you knew this, but on average, the average family needs $5,000 more per year just to make ends meet. So they're coming up against the end of the month, wondering how we're going to make ends meet. I was in a session a couple weeks ago, and they shared that on average in America, people are spending more money on out to eats than they are on groceries. And what I think is happening is, and I am a victim to this, but I think it's easier to get something out to eat than it is to take the time to plan ahead, to plan a budget-friendly meal, and then we're breaking the bank because the money's going to Taco Bell or wherever you choose to get your out to eat food rather than in your kitchen. And I think there's also a skill piece to that. But all of that being said, one solution that you might consider if you have not already considered it is starting a business of your own with Pampered Chef. Now, I know it's not for everyone. Being a consultant is, I look at it as a job for me. It can be a hobby, it can be whatever you want it to be. But this is a fantastic way. This has been such a blessing for me and my family to be able to make those ends meet, to help us get through not just like weird times with the economy, but also my family's grown. I've had my boys are about to turn 5 and 3, and new expenses are coming up that I was never expecting when I started my business. And my Pampered Chef business allows for, wiggle room with our daily budget, with, just month to month things. So not only is there the income opportunity, but then there's also the opportunity to learn new skills. Pampered Chef is, a fantastic company to help you learn how to find recipes or make recipes that use the same ingredients, but you're really stretching your dollar. There's so many skills that I've learned from being a Pampered Chef consultant that I never would have unless I was. So I would encourage you, if you're feeling that stretch on your wallet, on your bank account, to really find meals that are satisfying and don't break the bank. And doing things like this is something that you might enjoy or might enjoy learning to do. Or maybe you hate it and you just kind of want to try something new. Check out the opportunity that Pampered Chef has to offer by being a consultant. I'd be happy to chat more with you about that. Again, I know it's not for everyone, but it definitely is for some people, and it can be, and it is a fantastic opportunity if you put your mind to it, and it is something that fits you. So all of that being said, make sure if you want that cookbook, again, it's it's a big cookbook. It's a PDF. I'll send it to your email. Tons of budget-friendly meal ideas. It's by Leanne Brown, and the goal is to eat on $4 a day. So if you want that cookbook, message me, budget, and I will get that sent to you. And I will see you all next week. Thank you for joining. Have a great week.